Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who are well. Peace and salutation to elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is Israel and USA order significantly more Iron Dome interceptors. You know, Lord willing, this video is edifying. Now, basically, they're trying to bring in this peace and safety, and they're amping up, for basically World War III, right? Because they know what's coming, they know exactly what they have to do, which is go to war. I'm planning on making a video right after this of the trap being set right now by Israel, which the scriptures say who will pity a charmer. You have these individuals heading back to Israel, and we understand that Israel will, bring out Babylon the Great to war. And what's been causing that so far? The attacks on the Palestinians and the Gaza Strip and everything else that's going on over there. And now they're going back. So anyway, that's for the next video. So anyway, this video here is important because they're ordering more interceptors. So they're preparing for war, right? They're trying to rapidly build up their defense. But the scriptures say there's no peace and safety. Or once they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction, right? They won't be able to escape what's to come, which is World War III and the nuclear missiles that they're trying to, escape from or, denucleify or protect themselves. But ultimately, they're going to war, and they know this, right? Israel is planning on to do, what they've been doing. So here's some articles, and we'll get the precepts, right? So these are among the executive orders that Trump has been signing. Jacob trouble is upon us, right? And they're moving at rapid pace in all directions, and this is part of that. So here's an article here on, and we'll start with we'll start with Israel. It says this was posted on January 21st, 2025. It's January 29th, 2025, right? So anyway, Israel orders more Iron Dome interceptors using new tranche of U.S. fundings. And I'm not the best with pronouncing words or spelling them, but the information is there, right? You can read it for yourself. It says the new batch of interceptors mark Israel's first use of an 8.7 billion American aid package. So this was, this package was sent while Biden was in office, right? And even now, Trump is, his cabinet is full of pro-Israeli individuals, right? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We know exactly what's happening. I mean, even the world sees it now. Excuse me. Even the world sees it now. Well, what's going on? But somehow, some way, they have used Jacob trouble as a distraction while they do all these, other things, which is, whatever is happening. Jacob trouble is definitely happening. It's the beginning. Lord willing, I'll do a video going into that. It's a lot happening. It says the Israeli Ministry of Defense said it's signed its first procurement deal using a recent tranche of U.S. aid funds to buy more interceptors for Israel's Iron Dome batteries, one of the 3 tiers of Israel multi-layered air defense systems. It has been used widely in the last 15 months of war on multiple fronts to intercept rockets, drones, and other projectiles, right? And I went into Ezekiel 38 before. I'm gonna get that in the next video that I grabbed, So, and that's just going to the fact that they're gonna be, like I said, that'll be the next video. So anyway, this is the Iron Dome system that Israel has been using to defend themselves from the attacks that's been going over there in the, Eurasia, basically, what they call the Middle East, the Levant region, where World War III will, predominantly take place over there, right? Where you have Israel, Iran, the desert, all of that, right? Iraq, all of that. It says, the new deal announced last week with Iron Dome maker Rafael Advanced Defense Systems is to expand serial production of the interceptors. Israel Ministry of Defense Director General Major General Io Zammer said that the signing of the Iron Dome contract is a central component in an unprecedented scope of effort led by the IMOD together with Rafael and other defense industries for force buildup and strengthening while fighting, right? So they're going through fucking hell, right now, but it's looking like they're about to probably bring in a little peace period. We'll see with these peace talks. Rafael CEO Yoav praised the deal and noted Rafael's close work with the U.S. Missile Defense Agency, which we'll get in the next article. So it says Torgyman noted that the expansion of procurement represents another vote for confidence in the Iron Dome system and its continuous upgrading capabilities in the face of threats. And we at Rafael will continue to work decisively to fulfill our mission of being a significant pillar in the state's security. Right. And basically, you'll have to watch the next video that I post up. It'll probably be titled something like 5,000 Palestinians, you know, go back to Gaza, the trap is set or something like that, right? Because ultimately these individuals leading, Babylon the Great to war, most likely they're going to attack those individuals, right? So it says since Hamas attack October 7th, since Hamas' October 7th attack on Israel, Iron Dome has contended with thousands of rockets from Hamas and from Lebanese Hezbollah to the north. It also faced Houthi and Iraqi militia drone threats, in which the naval version of Iron Dome, known as Sea Dome, was used to defend the coastal city of Eilat. In May 2024, the idea put into service a new Iron Dome battalion, right? And basically, so what Trump is noticing is that this Iron Dome somewhat did a good job at protecting. And now, so basically their problem was like, okay, well, we just need more of these Iron Dome, right? And the point is, the prophet's been saying, because they listened to the prophet so heavily, while reportedly says that they don't have enough, right? They don't have enough to, defend themselves. So it's okay, we'll get more, right? That's no problem. But it won't help, right? Because it's too late. He said the new contract was signed on January 16. It is the first contract under a new U.S. aid pact. Look, Elder Pastor has said, that we are in the hopeful year of our deliverance and judgment and, destruction of Esau Edom, basically. And so what does that mean? Jacob's trouble, which is starting now with the Northern Kingdom, the MOTB being issued. They are, and that'll probably be another video. They are already talking about, they got like concentration camps, because a lot of problems that they are having are the fact that they're trying to send these different people back to where they're coming from, and people are complaining. So you're going to need a place to put them. And there you go. Now you got your concentration camps, right? They tried to spark a deal with Israel, the Gaza's Palestinians going and setting up their own little spots, which they refused, right? And the neighboring countries, they didn't want them there either. So now they just got to basically send them all back and destroy it. It says the new contract was signed on January 16. It's the first contract under a new U.S. aid package that was approved by the U.S. Congress in April 24. The ministry said that aid amount was for that aid amount was for 8.7 billion, and the ministry said that it included the dedicated 5.2 billion allocation to strengthen Israel air and missile defense systems, including the Iron Dome defense systems, right? The David Sling weapon system. So that's the name of their defense system. So it says the ministry did not specify how much of the funds will go to Rafael or how many interceptors were being purchased, but it did note that the funds are for a significant amount of Iron Dome interceptors. So you can see, they're saying, well, we're going to get more to protect us. That's the problem. We need more. When really the problem is the Most High doesn't, basically deal with these devils, and they're going to be destroyed. There's no help. There's no peace and safety, right? There's nothing that can be done, right? It says the contract was signed after talks held by the Israel Missile Defense Organization and the U.S. Missile Defense Agency, as well as Rafael. So they sat down in the room together, whatever the case may be, and they decided we'll get more for both of us. It says the Iron Dome interceptors are produced in Israel and also in the U.S. at a facility in East Camden Arc, which is part of a partnership between Rafael and Raytheon, right? So there you go. Israel has theirs on the way, and now let's see what Trump is talking about. It says Trump calls for a U.S. Iron Dome missile defense system. So this is an executive order. It says a new executive order calls for defense officials to plan a next generation missile defense shield modeled on the one used in Israel. Let's check it out. It'll probably be an ad.
File free in the app if you didn't use us last year. Just file with TurboTax Do-It-Yourself by February 18th. All tax forms and situations. Get the TurboTax app now.
President Donald Trump has signed many executive orders since taking office, but one in particular he will really need cooperation from Congress with if it's ever going to come to fruition, a desire to build an Iron Dome for the United States, similar to what Israel has, a project that will not be cheap to complete. This week, President Trump signed an executive order entitled the Iron Dome for America, which says, quote, within 60 days of the date of this order, the Secretary of Defense shall submit to the President a reference architecture, capabilities-based requirements, and an implementation plan for the next generation missile defense shield. As a reminder, America's Iron Dome would be modeled after the Iron Dome in Israel. It stopped thousands of rockets from Hamas over the last year and a half from landing in Israel. Here's how that Iron Dome works. A radar system seen in this marketing video monitors for more than 1,000 aerial targets at a time and finds incoming rockets. The computer then determines whether the rocket is headed for populated areas. And if it is, it sends a message to fire a guided missile to destroy that rocket. On his first day on the job, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth highlighted the Iron Dome as a priority for the military.
Iron Dome for America, this has happened quickly. And as the Secretary of Defense, it's an honor to salute smartly, as I did as a junior officer and now as the Secretary of Defense, to ensure these orders are complied with rapidly and quickly.
The cost of producing an Iron Dome in the United States would be much more expensive than the one currently in Israel, mainly because the United States is so much larger and there is more area to defend. One estimate is for more than $2 trillion for this project to fully come online. For perspective, that's more than double the current military budget for the entire military in the United States. No doubt President Trump will be seeking the funds from Congress in the coming weeks and months. The president is set to formally address Congress in early March. Joe St. George, Scripps News, Washington.
All right, so and then I seen a video too where Trump was saying basically they'll buy this. They have like 308 rockets in there or something like that. I was going to look for it, but I can't find it. So anyway, that's what they want. It says one of so this is posted January 28th, 2025 at 5:51 p.m. Like I said, the 29th. It says one of President Donald Trump's recent executive orders will require buy-in from Congress if it's ever going to come to fruition, right? And most likely it will because they're fresh out of luck, right? They know exactly what's going on and they need these, right? Even though it will do them no good. It says a desire to build an Iron Dome style missile defense system for the U.S., right? It says this week, President Trump signed an executive order called the Iron Dome for America. It calls for defense officials to plan a next generation missile defense shield, modeled on the one used in Israel. Let me see if I can actually find that video. I'll look on YouTube real quick. All right, just bear with me. Let's see if this wants to load up. All right, great. Let me see if y'all can see this. Play it, whatever the case may be. Or y'all can just listen to it, actually.
President Trump following through on yet another campaign promise, signing an executive order to build a version of Israel's Iron Dome right here in the U.S. to protect Americans from foreign threats.
To immediately begin the construction of a state-of-the-art Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will be able to protect Americans. You see that with Israel. We're out of 319 rockets. They knocked out just about every one of them. So I think the United States is entitled to that, and everything will be made right here in the USA.
charity is a veterans duty charity.
All right, so there you go. He said it, you know. So I mean, basically, all of this is that peace and safety and moving with that great wrath, you know, and speed. It says, Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows that he hath but a short time. So this devil is moving quickly, right? Because his time is short, right? Because World War III is upon us. All right. So it says the Iron Dome, which was developed with U.S. Uh, collaboration, uses radar to monitor, you know. So I mean, you know, basically goes into you know, you want to know all about what it's about, whatever the case may be. I was going to grab Psalm 55 and 20. It says, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Right. And I mean, this basically is going into, you know, their enemies, Russia and China, you know, basically them talking with smooth words, you know, since the presidents begin. You know, there's videos in their history on that, how they have basically dealt treacherously, you know, with their allies and different covenants and things like that, treaties and all of that. Right. It says Psalm 55 and 20 have put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He have broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Because ultimately, what's happening right now, America is losing power, right? Everyone sees it, everyone knows it. And these devils, they don't want to lose that power. You know, so before they lose that power, they're gonna go out swinging, which we already know, you know. So they're getting ready to go to war and they're preparing themselves. And I'm gonna get into my next video. The last time Israel had a peace thing, you know, what happened? They over there took over Syria. They went to peace with somebody and took over Syria. So now every time there's peace, all they do is order more weapons. And they refill their weapons, you know, get more aid, get more money, you know, probably get food and all of that. And then they go back to fighting. And then in the midst of that, they're just they're shooting people, you know, 3 people here, there, 3 people there. Oh, you know, Israel has broken the sea still. They shot 3 long walkers. You know, one of them was a baby, a child, you know, whatever the case may be, just to kind of keep it like, okay, you know, we're at peace, but we still, you know, wherever the case may be. Jeremiah 50 and 35, right? It says a sword is upon the Chaldeans, right? It's the modern day America, right? A sword is upon the Chaldeans, said the Lord Yahweh Bashmiah Shai, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. Right? And basically, you know, Revelations 1 and 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see. Yo, I seen a chariot the other day, you know, and call halal Yahweh Bashmiah Shai, you know, it was a beautiful sight. And you know, 2 minutes, I don't know how, an hour later, whatever the case may be, I seen 2 drones in the sky. You know, that's Esau trying to push that doubt, you know, it was fucking crazy. But anyway, that sword is here, right? The chariots are here. They want to build this Iron Dome. They got a lot of enemies, right? Which is basically all the other nations. And of course, Yahweh Bashmiah Shai, that's coming to destroy them, right? So they're trying to move with, you know, great speed to, you know, build up their defenses and build America back up and make them strong. But that's not happening. It says a drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols, right? And one of the elder brothers told me to go into, you know, through a video, of course, what it was, the letter of Jeremiah, you know, basically how these idols are nothing, you know, which we all know that, you know. But you could, you know, he told me to read, and I'll tell you to read. Go read the letter of Jeremiah about these idols, you know, these gods of the devils, you know, which is nothing. And anyway, Jeremiah 50 and 39, it says, therefore the wild beast, I believe that was the elder brother Amon Gabar, you know. I watched so many videos, you know, but I believe that was the elder brother Amon Gabar, right over there in the New York camp. I believe he's at the New York camp, you know. Anyway, it says Jeremiah 50 and 39, therefore the wild beast of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there, and the owl shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabitant forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. See, this is the prophecy against Babylon, and I even show you that. That's tough. It's a prophecy against Babylon, right? So these are prophecies that Babylon can't escape, right? The word goes out, and it's not going to come back void. It says, as Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, said the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein. Right. And Trump think, he's this peace and safety guy, basically. We'll say that. Basically trying to right the wrongs of America, which there's too many wrongs to right. And the only way to right the wrongs now is through blood and fire, and there's no escape. It says, behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. Right. And these are the enemies of America, Russia, and the likes, right? People are that's joined unto them, pursuant to Ezekiel chapter 38. It says, they shall hold the bow in the lance, they are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon, right? So ultimately the nuclear destruction is going to come upon Babylon, great, right? And none of these Iron Dome defense capabilities will be able to stop these missiles that Russia has, put in their listing or whatever the case may be. It says, the king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble, and anguish took hold of him, and pangs as a woman in travail. Let me grab Isaiah 19. Is that cruel Lord, Nero Trump. All right, this man is moving at a rapid pace to try to de-escalate, basically what has happened. This is Isaiah 19:4, straight to the point. It says, and the Egyptians, right? This is modern day Babylon, modern day America. It says, the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and the first king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi our side, the Lord of hosts, right? And basically, let me, what is that? Where I was at? Jeremiah. Basically, Trump is, once he realized that he can't fix the problem, which he's probably already realized, and they're just going to prepare for war and go all out. He's going to show his horns and be the devil that he is. Jeremiah 50:43 says, the king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong, but I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time, and who is that shepherd that I will stand before me? Ultimately, Yahweh Shai is going to come. Let me grab this in NLT. It says, NLT, I will come like a lion from the thickets of the Jordan, leaving on the sheep in the pasture. I will chase Babylon from his land, and I will appoint the leader of my choice. For who is like me, and who will challenge me? What ruler can oppose me? Right. So basically, Yahweh Shai is going to come, but first, pursuant to Ezekiel 38, the Most High is going to put the hooks back into the jaws of Russia, right? And people join unto Russia and send them against Babylon, and then you can get like what got Joel 3. You can get Joel 3 and Isaiah 34. Basically, them being gathered over there in the land of the Valley of Jehoshaphat, right? The Levant region, and Yahweh Shai coming to destroy them with his angels, right? With the Lord's angels. It says Jeremiah 15:45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Shai, that he have taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he have proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right? You can see these individuals are basically aligning themselves on the same mindset right now. Iron Dome. We need the Iron Dome to protect us. It says Jeremiah 50:46, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations, right? Because there's going to be an earthquake because of the destruction that America's enemies are going to send over, to Babylon the Great. And so surely the least of the flock is going to Israel. This is least of the flock, 1948ers, right? And they will draw out Babylon the Great to World War III with them, and make their habitation desolate with them, right? So Israel, the land of Israel is going to be destroyed, and also Babylon the Great will be destroyed. And we're going to see what Israel does to bring out, fully Babylon the Great, which is America, to cause them to get destroyed as these prophecies unfold rapidly. This is First Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, right? So you can see, once again, they're just moving with this, rapid pace to, bringing this peace and safety and, build back America, which is not happening, right? And this is going to the fact of basically what I stated earlier. America's in a decline, right? And they're not going to sit back and just let it happen, right? They're going to see that there's nothing that can be done, and then they're going to show their horns, right? It says, Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. Now to keep it at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, right? So Trump is saying it's all about America, right? But ultimately, it's all about America ruling, America having the dominance, right? Even now, there's he says competitions and things like that regarding AI and whatever the case may be. Or America has to be the best at it, when America's at a decline. So war is upon them. All right, this is Joel 3:9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." It says, "Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And that's exactly what's happening. That's why they're moving with rapid, speed to bring in the defense capabilities, right? Because they see the capabilities of offense from their enemies, right? Which has shocked the world. Going to that Isaiah 54:16, right? And that also goes into the fact that the Most High has put hooks into the jaws of Russia to bring them back. And I'll grab that real quick, because that's why, he started, Babylon have been the golden cup in the Lord's hands, but now he's going to use Russia to come against America. That's why Russia has these missiles. Ezekiel 38:4, it says, "And I will turn thee back." So this is going into Gog and Magog. It says, "And I will turn," which is Gog, the land of Magog, which is, Russia, the land of Russia, right? It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, in a great company with bucklers and shield, all of them handling swords." The modern day sword is a nuclear weapon, right? And of course, they got these AIs and drones and things like that. But it says, Isaiah 54:16, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy it." Let me get that Let me grab this real quick. See if I can find it. I know it's in Revelations. This is an excellent point. Call hello Yahweh Bashmi Awashad. Basically, it started with America, but Russia is going to end America. Have that. Bear with me while I look for this, if I can find it. All right, so this is Revelation 13:2. I got it real quick. It says, I'll just start from the top. It says, Revelation 13:1, "And I stood upon the center of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." Right. So this beast was a kingdom, a beast system, right, which is Babylon the Great, of course. It says, Revelation 13:2, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority." Right. So America is the rebirth of the Roman Empire, right? And it says, and the point I wanted was, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. Leopard represents the Greeks, right? Civilization started with the Greeks. It says, "And his feet were as the feet of a bear," right? And this bear is going into Russia, because Russia is the end of Babylon the Great, And that's pretty much the point I wanted to bring out. That's what came to my mind, through the spirit. So it says, Revelation 13:2, it says, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and a dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority." So that's the point. I'll grab this again, Isaiah 54:16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the worship to destroy." And so the Most High created these missiles, and America was the first person to drop these missiles, Little Boy and Big Man, over there on the Ammon, right, which is the Japanese. If I'm remembering history correctly. But now he's going to use Russia, which I got in Ezekiel 38, to bring these wars. And the current president and things like that, they are worried about these things, and they're building these, missile system things like that. So anyway, with that, I'll say shalom to those elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.